There are no true words about this. I think it's very crucial to see this. And when I use words like awareness or presence or being, it's not like I'm talking about something called awareness or something called being. These are only pointers. So I'm saying awareness. What is aware? What is it that is receiving this? Ah, okay. Is awareness accurate? No. Is it sometimes helpful? Seems to be the case. So we can be very relaxed with these terms. I think that's very beautiful. Right? I used to, initially, I used to think thoughts like, but isn't it more like awakeness? I feel like awareness kind of is not true. As if we can somehow get it right definitionally. There's nothing to get right here. It's not an object of knowledge, this. That doesn't mean that all words are equally potent. That wouldn't be true either, for sure. But at the same time, words don't capture this. So we're very relaxed with them.
Yeah, I also have a somewhat kind of technical question too. Is it okay to move on from this?
Of course, yeah, we can go wherever we want to, yeah.
You said a little while ago, is awareness accurate? And you said no. So I guess the only way I can sort of kind of make sense of that is it the antiseptic, rigid quality of the word accurate that creates the answer no? I'm just curious, why is awareness not accurate?
I would even say, in a sense, that no word is accurate for anything, which is kind of the more foundational point. Because a word isn't the thing in and of itself. As a matter of fact, when we use a word, we're describing it as a thing, but there are no things. Whatever you look at, the word doesn't capture it. Now I'm just talking like conventional experience, whatever you feel in the body, the thoughts you think, the sounds you hear. None, no part of the field of experience can be captured by a term or a word accurately or somewhat. It's a functional designation. But when it comes to conventional experience, so our sense fields, at least we could say there's something, there's a there, there's something, a phenomenon there, right? There's a quality there, even though the word doesn't capture it. The word is a kind of, it's a sort of averaging out, right? It's a kind of putting it into a certain designation which never captures the actual richness, aliveness, presence, fluidity of what's actually present. But when it comes to awareness itself, words are even worse. We can't even say that they somewhat capture the objective quality, because there is no objective quality in this. So it's only a pointer. It's the most mind-boggling application of a term or word. Yeah. So what I said about that it's not accurate, I would say that about any word relating to any part of our field of experience. Right? And very often we are kind of tiling over our experience to an extremely heavy extent with these words. Like we talked about fear earlier today. It's very fascinating, right? Fear is not joy. It has like a specific signature in the body and the mind, for sure. But very often when we use the word fear, we confine and constrict and turn it into something, over solidify it, when the actual raw presence is just indescribable, flowing, movement. How many details does it consist of? So language cannot capture experience, which very often we think it does. But then, yeah, awareness is like taking that to infinity, because there's just nothing to capture there. There's nothing even objective there. There's not even a quality there. And yet it's not nothing. It's clearly not nothing. And it is not other than all these qualities of experience.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking of it as, it makes sense. I wasn't thinking of it as language or words. I was thinking about the experience. And I guess I was confused about that.
Mm-hmm.
Words are always, they always get in the way. They're,
Yeah.
you know, so yeah, thank you. That's helpful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Larry, yeah?
Yeah, I just think this is really important conversation because if well, it is for me, let's say, because I think for so many years, being sort of a wordsmith myself, and and I was a minister for 30 years, so I was always trying to use words to point and describe, and it wasn't until I really had this experience that I really began to struggle with words, which is not good for the occupation. And I'm actually retired now, but I heard somebody say one time that when you tell a child that's looking at a bird and you say, that's a bird, the child no longer sees the same phenomena. Next time they see it, go, oh, that's a bird. The depth and breadth and the complexity and the unnameable aspect is lost. So I think, this whole thing about, people saying, are you enlightened or are you awake? Or when if you fall into that, like, oh yeah, I'm enlightened or I'm awake, you just really cut off the reality of your own experience by giving it a finite label. And I heard someone say, just ask yourself, are you? Or like, am I? Because we may not know what we are, but we know that we are. And that's the only thing we can say with any accuracy and certainty. And anything that comes after I am moves us away from that essential truth. No. I just think this, from my own experience, just words get in the way and can be the obstacle rather than the, opening us up.
Absolutely. Yeah, I fully agree with that. And let me just totally contradict that and myself too, because words also have tremendous revealing power. I think that's accurate to say too, right? They are, on one hand, the poison and the antidote, which is why I'm talking so much here. If I didn't think that, then I would just be sitting here silently, right? But no, I think we all know that just from having, read books or listened to great teachers. We know that words have incredible revealing power too. It's just, how do we engage with these words? Do we latch onto them, create a fixation, think it's about the word, it's about the concept, Or does the word do something more like this? It dissolves, leads to the source and dissolves. Right?
It's
And yes,
sort of like that way of you take the boat to get across the river, and then when you get to the other side, you put the boat down. You know, something like that. Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. And people get really attached to their boats. You know, it's like endless philosophical arguments, and like there's nothing to argue about here. And this is utterly definitive. No, you know it's definitive. You know it's the real deal, because no word touches this or captures this or can enhance this. Right? And we're using words to point to that which is beyond words, which is great. That's beautiful. Yeah. We're not afraid of concepts or language at all.